Hello, what's happening, everybody? Hope you're having a beautiful and amazing day. Very happy to be here on Saturday. Gonna be playing Run of Void War here. Not sure where we're gonna start. I think we're just gonna use Exile today. Right now, I'm trying to get through unlocking the remaining ships. Let's take a list here. We have a couple to go, and then the Type C's to unlock with Resonance. But we're getting close to the end of the regular ship unlock. Hey, nice guy, Tros. What's up, Nate D313, Zeta the Dragon, Blue Mane. What's up, Samey74, Funky Gornella, Alpha Monet, and all the other cool early people. Take a look what ships we got here. It's got double missile launcher ship. It's definitely a toughie. So I think we just unlock here and then it cruises along. What are we at for resonance here? 18,000. Let's unlock our first Type C here. So check out the exterior of the ship. So cool. Alright, so this one has Retributor 2, Magnetic Pulse. Okay, it has the Gravitron emitters, but no boarding outside of the commander. We're going to exile it up here. Let me grab some names off the list here. We had a new name in game over the weekend here. Matthias, thanks, man. Let's get you on there right now. Lost my spot here, one sec. We got D. Lortanas and Marty Khan. All right, here we go. Our first Type C ship. Let's take a look here. Okay, we got early armament store. That's nice. Okay, modules, missile templates, also kind of tempting. Crew contact, psychomancy. We'll see about that. Not a bad double shipyard here either. Pretty nice sector. Yo, T-Mac, thanks for 45 months. This game is awesome. Your cartographic data indicates the presence of an Imperial munitions depot. As you approach, a Corsair ship suddenly drops out as though they're firing at the depot. The workers of the depot broadcast a request for help. Let's defend here. Okay, they do have 2 shots, and they also have 3 crew. No problem hitting him here. I'm just debating if I should be boarding. 3 damage, 3 damage. It's going to be pretty considerable board if we do that. Oh, hey, I got this. I missed that we had an Imperial Sorcerer. That's nice. I see the point now. You can use the magnetic pulse to stun them inside the flames, is the point. I got medbay too, that's rude. Alright, this went a little bit sideways on the first jump here. Does this affect, it affects enemy crew as well, that's right. Manage a little bit different next time. So the graviton field does like a massive slow on the enemies, which is very nice. Yo, look at these legends. Kaivina, thanks for 134 months. JL Lemon, thanks for subbing with Prime. Really appreciate that. And Rocketed 2, thanks for 133 months as well. Cheers. These dark matter prisms aren't bad. Oh, we have 3 thrice cursed reliquary. Okay. Fair. Means we can have the martial board here. Potentially. Yo, Archibald, thanks so much for 3 months. Appreciate that Prime continuation, dude. Thank you. Honestly, I'd just like to finish this fight. Okay, there's a little bit of a mistake there. Oh, I stunned myself there. That's tough, but also fair. Alright, fair enough. Dark matter prisms for weeks. Actually a pretty sweet setup with the dark matter prisms. Gives us boarding potential. Every one of those means we can board with whatever crew we have on. Can get in a room. Alright, Imperial Shrine. Let's just pledge ourselves here. Okay, hull integrity, crew restored. Fair. Alright, trade. Kind of army guy, flare cannon, gravatic ray, putrefactor 2. It is 2 shots for 1 power, which is amazingly efficient, so we're probably going to do that. Machine rifle is also really good for the hero. Might be picking up both here, because we should be able to slam jam board with that. Okay, well, we definitely have 4 projectiles now, which is great, and we can load into this too, which is good. But I'm going to grab this machine rifle, and I'm going to equip it on the hero, get a little bit of AoE with this. And this way we can teleport in and do a lot of damage in large rooms. Okay, 2 shields should be a priority next. But even before then, we're going to grab some husks. Yo, Skippy Bathory, thanks for 6 months. Appreciate that continuation. Enjoy your lurk. Intercept the Imperial ship. That's us. Alright, got 2 husks and an acolyte. That's fine. Actually, on this one, I don't even need to use the dark matter prism. Just gonna translocate over here. Or punching this acolyte in the face. We'll get a little burn going here. Ow, dude. You know, with how many prisms we're getting here, I think we could have gotten away with any other commander too. This would be a good one for like mutant. Okay, your SC several Inquisition ships arrayed around a lone prison barge. They tend to incinerate the vessel along with the occupant within. Let's try to stop the Inquisitors here. Ooh, really weak venting on this side of the ship. Start by going here, see what's up. Okay, it's just an acolyte. I'm gonna go ahead and dark matter prism into the weapons here. That's it. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, Warp Lance starts at 30 sell values. This is like a lot of scrap. The husk is also nice, but I can see this being charged at the start of combat being really beneficial. I'm gonna take that. So lances have limited usage, but very high power level. Looking good. Yeah, I definitely want husk. Scrap's also really nice here, but thing about husks is they're just good. Man my systems, would ya? All right, asteroid field detected or here. I think we're just going to go here. Ooh, enemy DPS cannot exceed 2 plus 10 HP. That is a pretty good tool. There is one module that gives an extra charge to lances that I've seen so far. Yes, there is, Melody Bunny. Thanks. Okay, sells for 30, sells for 15, so we're not going to be able to buy anything here, is the bottom line. The Hole Reapers are a really nice weapon, and I'd really like to have it. I could sell the Warp Lance and a Dark Matter Prism to get the Hole Reaper Beam. That's not the worst. I think right now I'd rather just have shields. Nice. Okay, we took down the weapon that can deal damage, so that's nice. Interrupted him. Greater Warseer. Combat Husk. I'm just going to wait for this to be finished, and then I'm going to board in on this guy. I guess leaving Warp Lance open was also a possibility. Nice. Alright, the amount of dark matter prisms you get on this ship is pretty intense. In a great way, too. This ship really allows any commander for boarding. Not feeling bad at exclusion zone here. We got enough weapons to be facing those ships, so I probably should take the longer exclusion zone sector. Gaitros, this game was made by Tundra, which is a 2-person dev team. I'll be interviewing one of the devs, Morph, on Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific. All right, here we go. Okay, ship armaments is definitely a key node for me. Probably the mechanic merchant too. But let's work our way towards this beacon. I kind of want to not buy shields before then, just in case we get something really good. But also 2 shields makes us much safer right now. Alright, we're going to take the fight at the Bone Shrine, then we're not going to do the pledge. And I'm also going to go ahead and upgrade to 2 shields. I'm not really using the Graviton field generator. I might use that later, but also maybe not. Power bar. You size in a boarding party, investigate the ship. Minutes into your excursion, a Deathcult vessel tears into real space on your flank. The commander cries, "What do you think you're doing? Bringing my property without permission?" Intruders detected toxic gas. That's true. Let's take this guy out. And then this guy and this guy. I'm going to load up the Graviton emitters right now. Just slow this guy down. Oh, the immune is slow? Very slow movement anyways. You literally can locate the harvester. Okay. You click the portrait, it becomes red, and then you click and drag it. If it's full, it'll push one up or one down. It's pretty intuitive. I kind of want to board over there. Let's fire first and see what happens. Okay, we got a fire going. Just double down on the fire. Let's remove some of their HP this way. Ooh. I mean, 4 Necro Lurches? That's so much Necro Lurch. This guy has a free spell slot, though, and Soul Spear does damage, so we definitely want to take that. Probably going to be considering how often I want to board now. That's it, huh? Just 7 scrap from that? I guess we got the Soul Spear from it, which is a decent amount. right, here we go. The old corrupt cruiser. I can't really see what's going on over there. The weapons are not that terrifying. Let's just start with a hit on the weapons here. Okay, my thought is if I can just disable the weapons fully, this becomes non-consequential. Nice. Okay, the commander left there? I get a feeling there's quite a few crew on this ship, so I'm not going to go for crew kill. I guess there's nothing wrong with peeking my head in here. There's no doors, so... Okay, yeah, this is a very serious ship. They have one of the highest tier units over there. Looking good. I'm not going to pledge here. Now, the pledge is fine, but it hurts my commander, and there's some other complications there. I think Raid Shrine is the good one for getting lots of stuff. Infernal Energy Detected. You don't say, man. All right, save up here. Yeah, no problem, Loki. Thanks, everybody, for being here on this awesome Saturday. Glad to be here enjoying it. We'll be doing our Sunday indie stream tomorrow as well. And then we have the dev interview on Monday. So a very fun week loaded up here. Ooh, if something gets summoned here as a subspace breach, that should punch the ship down. Curious on this. Yeah, this game's really amazing. Do recommend. Yeah, okay, here we go. So the Warplants is especially good on Infernal Vessels. Nice. So sensor system gets jammed if the enemy has a higher level sensor system than you do. That's the short of it. I really should have helped him out on that one, but I didn't. Yo, Quopo, thanks for tier 2, 60 months. Much appreciation. Thanks so much. Alright, the commander's a little low right now. That'll happen. Want to not spend until we at least see the armament store. Intruders detected. Okay, we're just safe here. Nice. Okay. He was just checking out the other room. No big deal. Alright, since this is percentage-based HP, the husks are actually pretty nice for taking out the... husks are pretty nice for getting the breaches repaired. Ooh. Zenith Blade is really good for the hero, because plus 8 DPS, lose 2 bonus DPS per kill, but we're ambushing particular targets, and it just kind of nukes the other captain. Lances always hit, has the repair speed of poison enemies, Magnetic Pulse 3. So, Magnetic Pulse 3 is kind of interesting, at least. Still think we're out on that. Zenith Blade is a temptation. Maybe not necessary, though. I just like the idea of boarding in with, 11 DPS with the hero. Definitely utilizes the commander's ability to the best of it. I also don't mind just leveling up the ship here, so there's that. Yeah, I think Zenith Blade's worth it here. It really makes us a monster as far as boarding goes. On the stores, you can either buy from them or attack them. Attacking stores does not give much scrap, though, so there's a downside. Okay, I mean, also, Magnetic Pulse 3 isn't the same timer as our other weapons, and the benefit is the 4 projectile volleys, so it kind of strips shields right away. Even then, if I was going to get 2 weapon power, just getting Mag Pulse and Warp Lance loaded online, I think is more sensible. Speaking of which, right now, let's go ahead and upgrade weapons and buy 1 power bar, so we have Warp Lance in. And then let's scoot along. Start saving up for this modules equipment vendor. And no reason to skip the shipyard. Let's go up here and then down. Okay, so like right here, we have Sorcerer, Acolyte, but if I have plus 8 damage, this Acolyte is just going to melt. Definitely want the scrap here. Reagents are good, but it's kind of more of a late game resource for summoning onto ships, and we're just not there yet. We'll certainly be keeping our eye out for some kind of med bay now that we have Zenith going. Okay, you arrive in orbit around a barren desert moon. Preliminary scan of the moon serves as a series of geometric tunnel structures clustered around the South Pole. Okay, I got a black prism here. Okay, back in orbit, a Technocult vessel approaches. They explain the prism extremely dangerous, demand you hand it over. I'm going to refuse. So this is quite a bit of HP on the enemy ship, so I'm going to go ahead and just kill it normally. Give our commander time to get back to. Boom, boom. Okay, days pass. She has some disturbing dreams. Otherwise, nothing out of the ordinary has happened. Eventually, she ends up selling the prism to a local merchant for a paltry sum. Fair enough, man. You know, I might go for the infernal energy detected. It's guaranteed to be a fight. Some infernal energy stuff isn't a fight, but very likely to be. Listen here, demonic starship. Listen here, bud. Okay, what level we got here? We have 2 power missile bay, but only 2 shots. So really our target here is the missile bay. Got it. Nice. Oh, don't miss. Don't miss. Get him, got him good. Yeah, when it says frequently gain dark matter prism, they aren't joking on the frequently part. Yeah, it goes, so you hover over the system, it tells you what it does. So here. At the bottom here, it says manned plus 5% evasion. If I could man the shields here, it gives the 10% recharge speed. I think weapons are 10 as well. Investigate the wrecks. Yeah, no problem, Ghost. Failed to notice that one myself at the start. Okay, so we're gonna board here. Do I just board right away? I think I do. Ooh, transport vessel. Transport vessel is pretty good. We gotta skip a husk, but it is basically guaranteed double reward. So let's go here. Ooh, weapons or armor? I don't have any armor on. I do have weapons. We probably attack the armor transport. This should be pretty straightforward. Generally speaking, the rewards extra are going to be event-based, or if there's a crate on the enemy ship for boarding, but boarding is very effective in disabling enemy systems. Okay, suffocation resistance ain't bad. Asteroid field. You know what? I will check the asteroid field. These hazard events are much more likely to be ships we can board, which is nice. Commander's going to clean up this ship, no problem. That's fair. Okay, Power Glaive. Chaotic Rift. Teleport all crew and target room to random rooms on opposing ship. I mean, this does allow us to pull them into our ship. I think we just take the Power Glaive here. Just having another weapon is awesome. I'm at 202 scrap. That's a lot of scrap right now. I'm going to go 2-engine power bar. I think I'm going to go for systems, modules, equipment. Unusually high level of automation. Okay. I failed to roll a bunch of times on that one. I wonder if we're supposed to skip it. I'm going to avoid the sun beacon here. Just this once. Okay, your ship draws out of subspace in front of a Technocult shrine. The shrine has been abandoned for some time, but there may still be valuable artifacts to be found within its walls. Explore. Ooh. You stumble upon a secret storage room filled with spare parts or advanced cybernetic implants. Plus 2 DPS to all machine priest units. I don't have any machine priests yet, but we can always just uninstall that later. So, free module. Cool, thanks for confirming that crew kills don't get more scrap. Still think crew boarding is very effective to do. Okay. I'm going to give you a 10 scrap, bud. Oh, we're going to stay here. We got going on ghouls, corpulence, commander. Well, I feel like 4-man boarding is definitely fine. The corpulent making extra gas could be a problem, but I think if we just drop into weapons right now, we slam jam this. I guess we're slamming and jamming it either way. They can't even get through us. So forget boarding then. Not my sensors. Stinky sensors. Big bada boom. Okay, so we got 2 reagents, and then we also got a ship fight. I haven't tried just destroying the outpost on that one. That could also be an interesting choice. Still very green on knowing all of the event outcomes. We're getting there, though. We're going to attack him here. Dang, they got messed up, dude. What happened, man? Boop. Look at them all getting spaced. Straight here. Okay, what do we got here for modules? First immediate weapon fire your ship will always miss. Ooh, I like the hardened casing a lot. First time your ship fires a weapon during a fight, it always hits. That's nice too. Okay, here's the auto surgeon. Auto surgeon's looking pretty awesome. Suffocation immunity is also a super nice tool, especially for the commander to board the infernal ships. What I like about the hardened casing is it makes the husks have 10 more HP, so they're a lot more likely to stay alive. So I think we're going to take this. And I think auto surgeon is just generally a good idea too. I was hoping to get some something offensive here, but I can see why having access to healing is going to make our life a lot easier. Okay, and with that we still have 124 scrap, which is enough to get 3 shields here. We could also just get war plants online. We could also start saving for something, though I think I should probably buy something or another here shortly. I'm going to go weapon power bar. I do think Missile Bay could be useful. We're a little bit light on munitions, and our offense is not currently struggling. Also, now that we have Auto Surgeon, I'm going to man my systems, because I can get away with boarding with 1 crew quite easily. Dark Matter Prism. They're good cats, all right. Speaking of good cats. Look at this little lump, this little treasure. Commander Dr. Pepsi. Let me tuck you in there, Diddy. She do be cozy today, that's for sure. Alright, this ship also can't hit us. Beautiful. It's a little bit early on my firing there. It's fine. Probably end up being a little more lackadaisical now that we have this going on. Oh, don't stun him. He's doing a good job. He's doing a good job. Wow, 12 munitions is a lot of munitions. There's also a tool for plus max HP, but I'm going to take the munitions here, because if we end up getting missile bay or artillery or hull beam or any of that stuff, it's going to be really useful. Wow, 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 wow. Tightly guarded enclaves of the Technocult. Sounds good. Sounds cool, man. Ah, coffee's good. Finally feeling a little awake today. It's groggy today. Been a busy couple days for me. Doom effigy is cool too. Okay, so we got Machine Shrine. It's pretty easy to execute. Module ship armaments. Oh man. Listen here, dude. Oh, so far so good. Brutally odd. Enjoying it. I was watching Billy Kirby's stream the other day after we raided, and on the Technocult mini boss, you can get a crew kill on that, which is not something I realized for mini boss fights until that moment. So, thanks, Billy. I think we go for module ship armaments systems. This store's fine too, but hitting the shrine is basically guaranteed free stuff. And I certainly wouldn't mind being pledged to the machine shrine. Get a better chance at machine priest crew, which are very powerful. They have great abilities. So we're going up. I almost always go towards this icon because it's ship armaments. We have another armaments chance here, though, and we even get an extra jump beforehand. Prepare to be obliterated, he says. You know, I think instead of that, I'm going to mess you up. Alright, I'm going to board into the oxygen room. They don't like that. It's fine. Okay, boarding is 4 would have been a lot smarter here. Okay. Basically the, oh man, that's also good. Basically the shrines, you pledge yourself to a particular faction, then you're more likely to find crew from that faction is the reward. But the main reward you get is just from completing the shrine. Okay, the flow of data is consistent, but there are those who disrupt it. How does the faithful servant act? Correct the error. System fails, you are the cause. Do you feel guilt? No, failure is data. A human engineer pleads for mercy as the machine god requires their dismantling. How to react? Proceed without hesitation. Alright, so it gave us a power glaive, which is kind of a mid-tier weapon, but if we end up getting more boarding crew, could be nice. Wow. Friendly crew fire a missile at the enemy ship upon activating consumable. Wow, a second hardened casing? That's crazy. Oh, cool. Well, I didn't know that. So there are additional bonuses for pledges too that I haven't seen yet. Oh, I definitely think Siege Bombard is one of the best systems in the game, so I'm going to grab that. It's gives us a lot more projectile. I should probably grab Seeker missiles too and unequip the Machine Priest unit's ocular implants. Because as a nature of this ship, we're getting consumables. So even if every husk only had these dark matter prisms, we could just like spam teleport in order to deal a lot of damage. Basically makes every consumable that we're able to equip into a 1 damage projectile, which is very valuable to me. And only costs 22, so that's cheap. All right. Well, we kind of have a focus now. I think we're looking pretty good to take on the Technocult. If I can get another crew before then, that'd be awesome too. Okay, they have a 3-power missile bay. That's rude. What kind of missile is it? The old Shiv missile. It's pretty quick. And at 3 power, it's going to be even faster. Definitely don't mind a little hull damage here. I was thinking we're going to board on this one. We got weapons, they don't, so we should be in a pretty good position. Let's go ahead and use the dark matter prism on this one. Okay, there we go. Got a little boarding damage that way. That's nice. Nice. Oh, something I was wrong about several days ago is you can overcrowd your medbay. I thought you couldn't in this game, but you can. Meaning if you have more crew than you have space in the medbay, you can toggle the crew back and forth inside of it. Which is pretty handy. Wouldn't mind picking up a crew contract for boarding here either. Alright, got a little crate here. If I go down here, can I see what's going on in their ship? No? That's fine. We'll pick this up either way. I'm going to go ahead and dark matter prism in here. Can the Zenith Blade make you go negative on damage? It cannot. Where's he going? Listen here. Hardener. Cool husk rack, man. Ooh, extra damage to nearby enemy system on kill is a very nice weapon. But I think I might just take Survivor Husk here. This is nice if we pick up another boarding crew at the next store, because then we have a 4-man boarding crew with 4 weapons. So it gives us pretty good potential for killing stuff. I also think having walls nice just for boarding if you have like a good advantage. Like for this ship, for example, they have a very nice weapon system. And if we're doing 2 damage per, that's pretty nice. But I'm going to take the Survivor Husk here. Okay, we got flare missile template. Are there any other special events you're aware of based on shrines? I'm curious about that interaction. Thanks for sharing that knowledge. Okay, let's go for even more husk here. So, like, even if I just take these prisms and I just use them to use them, it's still going to do damage to the enemy ship, which is awesome. Okay, transport vessel, that's what we're here for. So normally I won't board with a husk like this, but it's fine here. Oh no. Wrong husk, by the way. Oh, that's not him, I see. There's swap spots of this guy. Here we go again. What's hitting this? Ah, okay. It's the missiles from the consumables. I get it now. I wasn't expecting them to cause breaches for some reason. Wow, 94 scrap there? That is a lot of scrap at this point in the game. Cool, thanks for sharing your experience, Bloodmess. Appreciate that. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, fusion charges are basically like, I think, the best consumable in the game. Because if we equip 2 fusion charges, we can board the enemy ship and toss them down. Which completely disables shields. Okay, a Technocult vessel idles near the jump point. Its crew of machine priests make contact with you and ask you to escort them to the nearby penal colony. Apparently a business one of the prisoners there. Let's escort him. Oh, I gotta skip the mini-boss to take the quest? That's kind of rude. That's kind of rude. Excuse me, very short restroom break here, and then we'll continue. Oh, there's some nice crew here. Dang, man. Dang. Wowsy. Oh, Magister too? All right. Sitting back down here. Thank you. So there's some really nice stuff here, but in order to get it, I'm going to have to give up, quite a bit of scrap. There's a big temptation to pick up Blood Knight here. One, they have the mind control spell, which is generally just very useful for delaying repairs and such. The Imperial Magister is also very tempting because we have, even though we have Auto Surgeon, this Rejuvenate makes us very safe. So if we buy Imperial Magister and Soul Spear, that gives us yet another source of damage and healing on board. But I'm thinking for the immediate here, we're going into the mini-boss fight on the Technocult vessel, that picking up another boarder and equipping him just with this Power Glaive puts me at a very strong level for being able to board and kill the ship. Now, we also have the tertiary option here of simply going to our quest instead of going to the mini-boss, which is maybe better, but I want to do the mini-boss. I'm going to buy the Blood Knight here. I think as we ratchet up the Torment difficulty, it's going to be harder to be adding more crew in. But that being said... Okay, he does not have a tool slot. So that means if we're going to be boarding the ship, we can use these here. Let's give this guy the Treasonous Whispers, and we're not getting 3 shields before the mini-boss fight. It's a bit of a yikes. I think I'm kind of committed to going for a crew-style kill. I also think I should probably buy Soul Spear, because it's just more damage. It's definitely better than the Fireball projectile. All right, I'm going to buy that. We're getting expensive here. Very good. Alright, let's buy 3-engine power bar. Let's get this guy onto a different system. I think it's going to be pretty monster boarding, though. They don't have that many crew. May even just choose to summon some of the Doom units here. Okay, how are these servo excavators? Fair. Alright, so I'm going to mind control the assault cyborg here. Okay, which is which? Beam and 3-shot volley technovirus payload. Okay, we fired that out. Got him. Okay, they got the super volley. There's only 3 crew left. We're good here. We're good. Yo. Areas of ion energy spiral through the enemy vessel as it crumples. You manage to recover something functional before the rest disintegrates. 3 tactical exoskeletons. Survivor Hex Priest. Heavy ion lance. These are all pretty nice. I think we probably take the Survivor because what's better than having more crew? So, like, definitely tactical exoskeletons are good. But if you look at what we just did on this enemy ship, we're probably not going to face a ship that's going to have a better crew composition than this one till the final boss. So I'm going Hex Priest here. One really nice part about this, it's going to allow me to retire my Imperial Sorcerer, so I can board with this guy now. I don't want to lose my Psyker that has the multiple damage casting, so we can become a pure caster now, and the Hex Priest can become our 4th boarder when needed. Snowband, we're currently playing on Torment 4. You can see the Torment level down here in the bottom left. I will be ramping up the Torment sometime about after we get the rest of the ships and stuff unlocked. But I decided that Torment 4 was where I wanted to play as we got all the unlocks and tried out all the things. Ooh, the Maw, huh? The Maw is basically the homeworlds for the infernal vessels. And it's a little bit sketchy because we have no suffocation immune borders. So boarding becomes sketchier to say the least. That being said, it's a super long sector. It'll give us a lot of scrap to work with. Also, this priest we just got is so good versus the infernal vessels because their spell stops target from being repaired for 20 seconds. So when you hit a system, you can technovirus it, and then the infernal energy is trying to repair a system that can't be repaired. All right, good luck to me. I think we're a little light on projectiles for this, but, you know, it's where we're at. Okay, speaking of light on projectiles, there's armament steel here. Yeah, systems module missile bay. All right. Basically, it's going to surf the top of this sector here. Okay, well, in good news here, well, I do have a pretty powerful weapon system. I can just board with the hero, and these fleshlings will die in the weapons room. Okay, now that we got that down, we can still get hit here. Yikes. Okay, now we're good. I wonder if Treasonous Whispers can work here. And nice. Oh, dude. Don't diamond now. careful about this. Okay, subspace maelstrom subsided. Get these crew in here. Okay, well, another pretty serious weapon system. I'm going to board in with the hero here. Oh, he teleported over? Interesting. Okay, still a 4-shot volley that's going to come in here. It's pretty rude. Let's go ahead and Technovirus the shields. Okay, breach is right on top of them. That's nice. Sure, zone tracks. Look over those. We have Thrice Cursed Reliquary, which is what this ship started with. It gives you the Dark Matter Prisms, which are basically teleporting devices, which are one-time use. Seeker Missiles fires a friendly missile at the enemy ship upon activating consumable. It's a nice synergy with the 3 Cursed Reliquary, because we're getting these prisms, which count as consumables, and then Hardened Casing, plus 10 HP to all machine slave units, which is our husk currently. The ship starting with the Thrice Cursed Reliquary, I would have picked a different hero had I understood how this ship works. Not that this hero is bad by any means, still very effective. Worth noting that another hero like Mutant or something would have been maybe a more effective boarder. Alright, so we got Terror Amplifier. They're probably going to try to hit this room, which has 4 in it. Let's just get over here into weapons. We can kill the Hungerer in there for a little disable. I think if we disable one of the weapons, I'm pretty much fine with that. Yeah, that's good. You know, at 29, I could start using Siege Bombard. I'm going to have to make an offensive escalation here soon, is the point I'm getting to. We still have a lot more freedom because we have this really nice boarding strap. Later, Tater. Oh, you almost died? That's fair. Woo-wee. Okay, well, Warp Lance, getting a second Warp Lance is kind of spicy, because we could do double Subspace Breach on enemy ship. But you know what? 34 scrap metal and a husk is where it's at. Oh, hey, Grundar needs a name here. Grundar. Gonna be TCAS. And got Sargos Shadow Drinker over here. Sargos might just fit. Yeah. Sargos it is. Sargos Shadow. Huzzah! Alright, Storm Cannon 2, great weapon. Magma Gun attacks damage all nearby enemies. Oh man, that's good too. Ooh, double fusion charge. I'm probably buying those. Yeah, I might end up buying some armors here too. We'll see. I'm 100% on Storm Cannon 2 because it's 3 shots for 2 power. That's very effective. We just replaced the Mag Pulse with that. We have a 8 projectile volley. That's good enough to be putting in some work. So I think as a certainty we'll get that, which means Magnetic Pulse is out of here. And very nicely, we're able to do this here. We can temporarily fire the warplanes and then load up the rest of the system. That was a nice improvement. Okay, fusion charges are just too damn good to not buy. Is there more? I don't think so. 4 fusion charges enough to execute the final boss, so I think we stop there. Having 1 cryofoam on board on one of the husks is a nice little insurance against like mass fire starting, because it puts out all fires on board. Definitely tempting. Big tempt. Okay, his Magma Cannon's also like an S tier weapon. The Marty Khan and the Blood Knight both don't have armor yet, which is a little bit concerning. I mean, I could just go for the next set of fusion charges too and equip those. I feel like at 2 cost, it's almost insane not to buy these. 5 damage to nearby system, so we can board in with the Dark Matter Prism on any room we want and toss the fusion charge down for 5 damage. And if we give the hero a fusion charge too, that's 10 damage to system, which is 100% removal of shield. So being able to do that for 4 scrap seems, well, smart. I really need to upgrade my ship, and as much as I'd like to buy armor on the characters, I can manage HP other ways. I'm going to buy 3 shields next, no exceptions. Alright guys, while our ad's clear here, I'm just going to take a very short break, stand up, stretch real quick, use the restroom, grab some water. I encourage you to do the same. We get caught up here. Brutally Odd, thanks for 51 months. Void War's been awesome. Ties Forsaken, thanks for 115. And Salty Hype, thanks for 105. Okay, be right back. Alrighty, we're back. Yeah, not too much value in attacking merchant ships, Archibald. You get a very small amount of scrap. Oh my god, excuse me. Cat hair. Well, that was gnarly. Sorry about that. Just inhaled cat hair just right. Ooh boy. Okay, so where were we? We just bought 2 fusion charges. We decided that we're going to buy 3 shields next, no exceptions. Buy 3 shields, get the war plants back online, then upgrade our siege bombard working towards the boss. I think basically right now we have the setup to beat the boss, but we need to improve our ship in order to survive. We're a little weakened at the moment. Alright, the ship has a pretty decent setup. I think I'm just going to 4-man board here. Actually, before I do that. Oh, that was the missile, right. Hey, listen, don't board me, dude. That's rude now. Don't be rude. Yeah. Last time I killed. Let's accept the apology this time. Let's see what happens. Suddenly, machine fire all their weapons to score a few hits on your hull. We never miss an defender ship. We simply made an error in our threat calculations. Oh, they run away? That's rude. That's rude. Okay, well, lesson learned. Don't accept apologies in space. Alright, lesson learned. I was just trying the other side of that text event. I mean, maybe there's a reward there too, but the fact that they can just jump away from the fight means we'll never choose that again. Which is valuable information. Anomalous surge detected. Whoa, double surge? Okay. Wasn't ready for the old double surge. Woo-wee. So this run, if we didn't have the auto surgeon, would be increasingly harrowing here. But since we have auto surgeon, we're you know, able to make some plays. Alright, corrosive gas detected. Corrosive gas detected means almost always at least going to be a fight of some kind. So let's take that. Now, not always. Sometimes you just get boarded, but... Okay, chromic cruiser. Okay, they got borders, whatever. If we get over here first, they're going to have some big issues. In fact, they probably won't even be able to board here. That it? Alright. Okay, the med bay is a bit stinky. That's okay. We're healing out to basically full, so we can just warp out. So I'm going to wait for this gas to dissipate, and then I'll reset my stuff up. Being perhaps a bit overzealous with the usage on the dark matter prisms, but I think most equipment in this game, and consumables too, is just kind of use it or lose it. Alright, going up. Investigate. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, well, as nice as the next store looks, we're going to go ahead and buy 3 shields now. 3 shields makes us much safer. According to the in-game text, Nicolasso, the corrosive gas does not follow the laws of physics. It can pass through shields and solid objects. Also, it's a video game, if that helps. Okay, you arrive to see a devastated planet in front of you, an Imperial flotilla stationed over it. Let's go ahead and investigate here. Well, I feel like it's going to be a fight. Oh, nice. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, well, if we get another Psyker, the transfusion is a healing spell, so it's really nice to have access to. Attack him. Work together? Okay, let's try it. Okay, more within is an ancient Imperial battlecruiser. The prize trailing you mutter a few oaths. It's the edge of eternity, they say. She's a cursed ship, a ghost. She should not be here. Set foot in there. You have no time for spacefaring superstitions and board the ancient battlecruiser. The pirates are emboldened by your action and run ahead deeper in the ship. Suddenly you feel the deck move beneath your feet. You leap through one of the entry hatches just before it closes. The edge of eternity drifts off into the void, taking the unfortunate pirates with her. You return back to your ship and loot the deserted pirate vessel. Wow, that's a really nice reward. Alright then. I guess I'll wait till the store, but grabbing Artillery 3 is probably going to be next. An abandoned space station floats near a temporal anomaly. The time seems to flow differently here, but the station itself remains silent and unchanging. You move on. You take fire from an unidentified ship. You notice a strange energy coruscating across the hull and understand it to be under the control of an infernal intelligence. Kind of a nasty setup. Just to add my sense here in chat, you guys are more than welcome to discuss the similarities of this game between FTL and the 40k universe, so that this is set in its own universe. Just please keep the conversation away from copyright, and we'll be all good. Thanks. Also, everybody in chat's doing great, just prefacing that. Okay. Where's this thing gonna land? Not where we want is the question. Or is the answer, rather, to the question. Alright. Ghoul, Magus, Hungerers. We'll just hunt them down here. Nice. Okay, tactical shield. Might be tossing the shield. I'd really rather have dark matter prisms equipped. They do have a new faction planned in the roadmap. If you guys haven't seen that posted in their Discord. They got 2 sets of events coming, new faction, new ships, and also, what was the other one? Yeah, dungeons and planetary assaults. Oh, let's attack them. I think I'm just going to go ahead and mind control the start here. Also, holy crap, that's a very serious weapon system they got. Actually, with them already being injured, maybe I don't board here. I think that's probably best policy. Actually, instead of that, let's just vent it. Huh. It's a little bit weird right here. Fact of the matter is, we've got a lot of projectiles here. I'm just going to fire at this side of the ship. Yeah, we're good. Chaos Engine, scrap, teleport all crew and current room to random rooms opposing ship. I'm just going to take the scrap metal. Chaos Engine is like the worst version of what we got going on. Yeah, this guy's just going to have to hang out a little hurt. I will check out systems, modules, missiles here. For the right missile template, I'd be down. Begin fight with fully pre-charged weapons. Ooh. Hey, nice Draken, enjoy it. Dude, Carnosaur, thanks for tier 2, 151 months. My man. Oh, I mean, certainly the weapon pre-ignition isn't going to be bad here. I just have a lot of other stuff I want to buy on the ship, like 3 artillery, 4 shields, maybe this siege beam too. In terms of the final fight as well, like, this is really great on every fight leading up to the final fight, but I think once we're at the final fight, its usefulness is a little bit low. Okay, let's see how much power do we have left. We have 10 power left. That's a lot that we can spend. So if we did 3 on Siege Bombard, 3 on Siege Beam, that's 6. Shields is 8. I think I'm perfectly happy with that. Since we have all of these fusion charges, getting in and killing the enemy flagship is not going to be that bad. Especially if we have beam loaded up. I think it's a pretty clean route, so I'm going to take it. We're going to go here. Siege beam can hang out there, I guess. Yeah, I can't afford the pre-igniter. It's not happening. There be. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit shields, and then I'm gonna hack them. Hacker man. They're good cats, alright. They're good cats. Okay, let's attack the Imperial ship. Oh, we can't just board this one. They also have Retributor 3, which is pretty nasty. Storm Cannon 1 as well. Maybe I'll just 4-man board into shields here and call that good. Seems like as good of a time to use a Prism as any. Okay, War Cult or Blood Cult? Probably War Cult. Blood Cult has the nasty spells like Mind Control. Definitely more difficult sector to manage with boarding. Okay, missile-based systems, equipment, ship armament. I feel like our ship armaments are actually quite well set here, and man, there's a lot of stores here. Okay, Shrine of Rage will be worth doing. This is a triple fight event, so we'll probably go there and then into the Ordnance Expert, or maybe even just up here. I mean, I have no real problem scooping up this this thing, but I might just go for the full crew kill with the Dark Matter Prisms. I think I will. Nice. That was a sick amount of scrap we got there, about 150. Tough one, Sky Spy. That'll happen. All right, so I mean, this is definitely a very serious ship. There's going to be a triple reward here if we play our cards right. Now, this is a staggered event, so if we use up our resources like our med bay early here, we're not going to be able to get it back. Inferno Fugazi, Storm Cannon 2. Even then, I might just board. I didn't re-equip the prisms. Yikes. Let's open here. He's coming over. How about you don't, bud? That also goes for our lances. I think we have lances available on the next combat. Yeah, glad you're enjoying it, Steve. This game is awesome. Oh, hell yeah. Retributor 2. I will take that. Big time. Pledge yourself to the God of War. Okay, you pledge yourself to the God of War. Moments later, you find yourself surrounded by dozens of cult warships. You begin spooling your engines, preparing to engage. You soon realize they are attacking each other, not you. Just join the fight, man. Yo, nice Spherical. Glad you're able to find a game you enjoy because of the stream. One of my favorite things to hear. Alright, similar setup here. Nice. Okay, we got the big one down. Alright, gonna go here. So my hero has an armor equipped which says enemy DPS cannot exceed 2. Nice. So, heads up, we have an interview with one of the main devs of this game, Morph, on Monday, this upcoming Monday, June 9th at 10 a.m. Pacific. Looking forward to that. Haven't done a dev interview since interviewed Justin Ma of Subset Games FTL back when Advanced Edition released. Gonna be good. Okay, you're Crom's champion, huh? Fair enough. Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific, Esquire. Let's go ahead and mind control in there. I'll, of course, also highlight that and probably do a separate YouTube upload as well. So, I mean, simply put, the Shrine of Rage is the best shrine because you get a triple fight reward out of it. Pretty sick. Okay, Commander cannot rest for 3 jumps. Fair. Now, not being able to rest does not mean that we can't use Auto Surgeon. Just means there's no 15% rest happening. I think I'm just going to skip store altogether. Like, I might hit up this Psychomancy store, but fact of the matter is, we even have Retributor to load up here, which gives us officially 9 projectiles. 3, yeah, 5, 7, 9. Some more crew engine would be awesome. I'm going to go down here. The weapon system does need improvement. I just need to invest in my ship, which I can do anytime I want here. As long as I'm getting 1 store to repair before the final sector. Yes, I do have a husk piloting the ship. I generally do this because if we're boarding with the commander, the extra evasion bonus isn't that important. But depending on what commander it is, they can do well inside the command throne. Great. Forgot to give him prisms again. Dang it. I'm gonna board over here. They got like a really big weapons going on. He dead? He dead. That's fine. Unfortunate, but fair. Okay, let's get this guy re-equipped with prisms so that doesn't happen again. think that was our first crew loss this run. That'll happen. Ooh, a laboratory. Let's investigate. All right, scrap. Transport vessel is good, but I need to replenish husk. Every single crew I can get is just more tools we can equip on units. And the more tools we have, the better. Sounds awesome, Draken. Cool strap. Alright, I got a pre-damaged ship here. Really should be using Siege Bombard every fight now. A little overkill here, but ain't no kill like. Mine Bolt Scrap Metal. It's because it has scrap attached, I guess. Very curious what ship we're going to be facing here. Alright, this one's not damaged. Their weapon system's decent. We're going to a store, though. Let's just try to slam shields here, and we'll take it from there. I'm gonna check out the crew contracts. That transport vessel also looks good, but... Stunning hostile crew is definitely cool. Ruinous reagents, yeah. Oh man, Coagulate is pretty good spell. I don't know. I feel like we're looking okay here. I was hoping for some crew that had tool slots, but that wasn't the case. Should mass summon Doom effigies on the enemy ship. That's definitely a not inefficient way to go. I think overall we're good on consumables, though. I gotta make room for the fusion charges anyways. Wow, wow. He's just a little guy. Okay. Infernal energy detected. We might as well. Okay, well, the hero will have no problem taking out this hound and picking up this here. Yeah, I got Storm Cannon 3. Let's hit weapons here. It was an antidote. Okay, cool. Got that down. Yeah, okay, I'll deal with that in a sec. Okay, jumping should... Yeah, expires between jumps. Later, taters. Hey. Stop being so stinky. Okay, cool. There is a store right before the boss, so we know we're gonna get a full repair there. That's nice. Definitely gonna go down to the shipyard, try to get this other husk, too. Should be able to snag this, no problem. Let's load up the Siege Bombard as well. Be a little careful on munitions here. Okay, their weapon system is whatever. That was helpful for you, Lightning Loris. Cheers. I don't believe the beam artillery is loaded behind anything. I'm just saving it for the final fight, but I don't believe there's an unlock for that. I'm pretty sure that all equipment is available from your very first run. Yo, another husk. Let's go. This run's getting even huskier, and I love it. More husk. Yeah, let's just take the Infernal Energy Node here. Whoa, 97 scrap on that? That's spicy. Storm Cannon 2 or 3. Yeah, it's not a bad weapon system. I'm just going to go for the more direct route. We can always buy the repair. Alright, got an asteroid field here. It's gonna load up the siege bombard. Yikes. Nah. Is this a Warbringer on board? Redeemer even. Alright. Redeem this. Okay, well here we are at the store. Alright, we got units here. We have no unit that can have a tool, so I think we're just gonna stick with what we got here. 550 scrap though, wow. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade here. I'll just buy the power bars. Let's buy the siege bombard. Or siege beam, rather. Let's go ahead and purchase another engine as well. Alright, what boss is it? It is the Necro Barge. Okay, Necro Barge is really scary. So the thing with Necro Barge is that at its phases, it destroys our weapons and then just is like mass boarding on the ships. It gets really sketchy really fast. What we do have is a pretty good setup for Necro Barge in that we're able to board. And also we're able just to continue firing. The artillery and the siege beam will be helpful. As long as we can keep shields down and get some kind of damage assessment, I bet we're going to be okay. But I'm going to have to plan this out pretty carefully. Before we go any further, though, before we go into the boss fight, our ads are playing here. I'm just going to stand and stretch real quick, use the restroom, grab some water. Also going to throw on this cat cam because there's a very upset Daisy dude that I haven't taken lunch break yet. We'll be back in just a minute for some more fun. It's going to be like 3 to 5 minutes here. Just going to have a quick nom, already prepared, and enjoy the kidders and their treat time as well. Yeah, it's that time, Daisy. It is. All right. Thanks for your patience there. They're good cats, all right. They're good cats, all right. Okay, we got to get a repair here. Well, what we got to do now is we got to set up our crew in such a fashion that's going to enable us to teleport in here. Okay. You're right, I still do have cat cam on, thank you. Okay, so I set up this room that these 3 units can teleport in and throw the fusion charges down to remove shields. That's going to be step number 1. You can do that twice with these crew. So this is kind of like the bombing crew. I also remove the tool of the Cathedral Ward on the Exile to give him Fusion Bomb 2 so we can teleport in and we can have something going with that. All right, next up, I want to set up boarding team number 2. Boarding team number 2. Like, let's put the commander on the throne for now. Setup number 2 is going to be over here. I want the Blood Knight on this side of the ship for defensive purposes. Necro Barge gets so crazy later on. Back, let's go ahead and go upgrade doors here. Gonna buy a value weapons, engine, well, throne. Okay, next up is the person that'll be boarding with the Imperial Marshal. I'm gonna hook this guy up with a couple of husks, these 2. And these husks are... Oh, I see. Alright, we'll hook him up with 1 husk then. All right, everybody's all tooled up here. We have our reagents. We have our fusion charges set up. Now it becomes a matter of execution on when we want to use each of the individual things. Definitely for the start of the fight, we're going to load up Siege Bombard and Siege Beam. I feel like the Graviton Field Generator is maybe not good here, but, you know, I could also see it being clutch in a pinch. Let's go to 3 Medbay. And now we need to get crew on systems. Okay, so we have the... We have the Fusion Bomb Dunk crew right here. We got a Fusion Bomb crew right here. Commanders on the throne for additional evasion. This all looks good. Okay, so since we have so much fusion bomb access here, I am going to start by dark matter prisming into this room. And we're simply going to toss the fusion charges on the ground. Boom. And the crew that's coming to repair that's going to get mind controlled. Now, something I could do is I could use the crew here to take out maybe the missile launcher. 4-shot missile burst. Let's take out the 4-shot missile burst here. I'm going to do that with the commander. I'm going to stop the shields from being repaired for the moment. Okay, it's a little preemptive on that. Okay, the beep beep was the enemy crew, not me. Okay, a chorus of pained moans fills the void. Suddenly, malign forces ripple through the vessel, heavily damaging your systems. Weapons bay destroyed, engines destroyed, enemy systems repaired, intruders detected. Looks like they still got shielding back here. That's a little rude. Let's get to repairing here. Let's also move these guys in the room repair here. Okay, well, once this guy dies, I'm going to teleport over again. Or maybe I just do that before. Yeah, weapons are already down. Like, what's he going to do in there? Nothing. Sensors going down, I don't give a hoot about. This getting hit is a problem, though. Okay, they're trying to repair there. I'm going to move them out of the room. I'm going to hit the guy repairing here. Siege bombard ionized, sensors ionized, shields ionized. Enemy crew reinforcements. Okay, so we still have the beam weapon going off at least. Okay, how much hull is left here? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I mean, it's looking pretty good because the beam's already going off. I think if I just use some reagents here, we're looking pretty awesome. So what I'm doing right now is I'm using these dark matter prisms to teleport to the same room, and each time we use one, it's going to summon a missile on the enemy ship. Seeker missile. GG. Ship unlock the Arm of Gold. Task complete. Purchase with resonance. Alright, Vault of Souls time. The Age of Pandemonium begins. Yo, look at these legends. Sorry for being behind here. Seven Sin Pride, thanks so much for 114. NS Meowner, thanks for 42 months. Gunhead, thanks for 48. And Sauce Hunter, thanks for 38 months as well. Thank you. Alright, so for me, Necrobarge is the hardest of the three bosses. But we have a good strategy for it now. You just have to really go all in on offense. And I think that's really the best play on any of the bosses. If you leave them alive long enough during their super phases, forget about it. They're gonna get you. Hey, there's me. There's me. Cool. A lot of familiar names in these credits. The mid-fight events for the bosses is based on hitting certain HP thresholds. So you can technically delay the starting of the phases or have yourself prepared, like having your weapons loaded for the start of the next phase. But it is dependent on each of the fights' HP amount. All right, very nice. What good kitties I got. What good kitties. Let me take a look at this next ship here. Seems like all of the Type Cs are pretty good. Might even just take a run at the Type Cs tomorrow. Zeus Cannon. 3 hull damage per shot? Dang, man. That's intense. Zeus Cannon, though? Okay, so what do we actually have left here? We have Ancient Bee, because I need to get... What does the Oblivion Cruisers have? Oh, super small. So the Oblivion is the demonic faction. That's cool that there's some demonic possessed ships in the game. I like that. All right, well, alas, no time for a second run today. Then we're going to have our regular Sunday indie stream tomorrow, and then the dev interview for this game happening on Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific. Do hope to see you there. Thank you all for the fun shorty today. Had a good time with this run. We'll be back for some more Void War runs tomorrow. I think I'm going to take a solid run at the Type C ships tomorrow, see if we can get a set of victories. And then after we get these ships unlocked, I'm probably going into ranking up the Torment difficulty. We'll start working towards Torment 12. But I want to get these ships unlocked first. In fact, maybe tomorrow we'll do the Type Cs and get up to Torment 6 or 7 or something like that. We'll see how that goes. Anywho's planning on returning some more Void War tomorrow, and Monday, of course, too, as we have the dev interview at 10 a.m. Pacific. Really excited to talk to Morph and hear his thoughts about the game and the process of being made and all that stuff. See you then. Until next time, which will be tomorrow, keep it dapper and be good to each other. Appreciate you all very much. Thank you.